Model Girl tried to wrestle Ivy Nile. Did you see that?
You know,
did you see any of that?
I did watch this because I was intrigued by what it would be.
Well, it was kept short, and that's not a surprise. But again, you can see her heart beating, and she's the only person I've ever seen that you don't need an X-ray, you just need a Kodak to see whether her bones are broken. You can see she's a skeletal structure of a woman who it looks like an awkward newborn fawn trying to find its way up an icy hill. Is that descriptive enough for you?
I don't know if it's, I wouldn't say that's for me, but I would say it's descriptive. And she is very, that's one of the things I think we've seen with men, but with the women, it really stands out more when they don't have the traditional frame of someone who will be taking a lot of bumps.
She makes Stacy Keibler look like Steamboat.
Come on.
So then the lights went out.
Stacy Steamboat?
You know that if only Ricky had adopted her to be his ward or something like that, the Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson type of deal, and then she could have been Stacy Steamboat and the world would have been her oyster. But then the lights went out, as I had mentioned, and the spooky piano played. Don't feel like you have to accompany this now with fondling your organ over there. And the fog began rolling in from San Francisco Bay. And Model Girl just disappeared. And now they're presenting it. I mean, I guess they're trying here. Maybe they've heard some of our program. I'm sure they've heard some of our programs. Because now the announcers are saying, well, it's Nikki Cross who believes she's Abby the Witch. Have they been doing that before? Or can I just not hear it because I'm so stunned at what I'm seeing?
Well, I noticed they started doing it with the Wyatt Six match, where it wasn't, here's the pig-faced man. It was, here's Dexter Lumis has grown his hair out. What's wrong with him? Like, that was what it was. And with this, again, she gets in the ring, dressed like some kind of horror creature, slowly walking and acting like a horror creature, and Ivy Nile standing there. All I'm thinking is, why doesn't she go, Nikki Ass, is that you? And then drop kick her or something.
Yeah, well, that's not because Ivy Nile is standing there mortified like she's seeing the visage of grisly death appear before her. Instead of just, okay, if it's a Nikki Cross, I'm going to kick her in the crotch and run or something. It's like they have been endowed with the power to inspire fear amongst people where they just paralyzed. They can't run or go anywhere. So it's a little theatrical, is what we're trying to say. But there's Rowan and Loomis and Gacy. Sounds like a fucking law firm in Cleveland. And they attack Chad Gable and the Creeds, who obviously were in support of Ivy Nile. And Cross tackles Ivy, and the fans, I believe, they were chanting, "You fucked up." But was this the part? Because there was a part where they chanted, "You fucked up," and they were trying to bleep it in this show. And then there was another part where I don't think they caught it in time. But anyway, and then Captain Howdy is there and gives
Uncle Howdy.
What?
He's not a captain, he's an uncle.
I'm sorry. Well, he could be a captain and an uncle. One of my uncles was a captain.
Captain in what?
No, he was a colonel. Is a captain more important than a colonel, or a colonel more important than a captain?
What arm of the military are we talking about?
Well, he flew planes in World War II.
For what arm of the military?
For what? For no, ours. Not goddamn somebody. He was on our side. The fuck do you think I am? What is the matter with you?
I said what arm of the military, not what military.
I thought you said what
Was he on Japan's side? Is that why you have hard feelings against Japanese wrestlers?
I thought you said what army, you son of a bitch.
What arm of...
Well, I guess he was in the Air Force. I'd have to go down and check the newspaper clippings. But It seems to me that all the pictures are in black and white, so you can't really tell by that.
But what you're saying is he wouldn't have been afraid of Nikki Cross.
No, I didn't. I don't know where you.
I'm trying to bring it back to the Wyatt Six. I'm trying to bring it back to the review.
Well, why was I talking about my uncle?
I don't know.
Well, you made me forget. I had a point. Did I make it?
You made a point about your uncle. Sounds like a wonderful man who was in some army and some arm of some army somewhere.
And you know where he kept his army? In his sleevey.
He was a frogman for Canada. Like, I don't know what he was doing.
No, that's only in Quebec. But
see, that's awful.
Well,
they're gonna get mad about that. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, they're mad about everything. The Quebecers, for fuck's sake, they live to be mad. You can't even get ice in your fucking drinks up there just to piss you off. But we were saying an uncle can be a captain, and whether it's Captain Howdy or Uncle Howdy, he could easily be one and not the other, or he could be both. But he gave his finish to Chad Gable, and the end. They faded to black, and then you see a friend of ours walking down the hallway. But give me your thoughts first of all on this. Started as a bad wrestling match, and poor Ivy now. She was trying, but this woman, skeletal being, it just ain't gonna happen. But it started as a wrestling match and ended as Plan 9 from outer space. Your thoughts?
Plan 9 has its charm, unlike this. I don't like it at all. I mean, now they're trying to make it less mystery-based, and they're trying to make it, these are real people who have real issues, and they're getting through these issues by dressing like, they're like furries. I don't know what their deal is, actually. And I listen to the reaction. The fans are reacting when the piano hits, because they know, it's a good time to pick someone's wallet. The lights will be out. I know, but they react to it.
I don't know. I would have been thinking about at least fucking feeling somebody up, but you're all about a profit, and I'm all about the fucking fun.
Yeah, that's not really fun. That's called being a pervert. But I was saying something, and you made me think of my uncle. What's going on here? No, what I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, is the one good thing is all this stuff, and again, the fans there react to it, not at the same level of main event stuff, but they react to it. It's in this zone, like it's mixed in with the Alpha Academy and the people like this, where there's nothing that you are supposed to take too seriously. The problem I have is this is not the first time where either something serious is right before it or right after it, and I think it's been with Punk a couple of times, where they follow the monster segment with a segment with lights on with CM Punk. And it's
speaking to people in a real legitimate fashion.
It's a stark contrast, because in this case here, it happened right away.
Yes, it did.
I'm Brian Last, and those are my thoughts.
You are correct, sir. Well, thank you. You're supposed to say over. So, I agree with you.